Welcome to You Hate to Hear It, the podcast where we pick apart a song, decide if all that glitters is gold or not, and we will separate the pyrite from the precious metals. I'm Ryan.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Andrew.
I'm pretty proud of that cold open, man. I was
That's true.
flipping rhymes off the top of my head.
Yeah. That was smashing.
Speaking of, this week
Is a Smash Mouth where you just go to sleep without brushing your teeth?
no, it's where you press down the meat extra hard so the edges crisp, I think.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's a smash
Like
burger.
It's a smash burger. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I always get those mixed up. Yeah.
Sorry. My brain got smart, but my head got dumb, guys.
Oh, if you haven't caught on, Ryan.
We are tackling Smash Mouth with their hit song All Star.
What?
God.
I thought we were going to do Walking on the Sun. Oh, shit. Okay.
As far as his songs go, that was the hit of theirs that I don't really mind.
I was absolutely going to say that exact same thing. I thought Walking on the Sun, that was the breakout song for them. I liked that song. Like that song, yeah, I liked the lyrics. I liked the general vibe of it. I think it was a fun song. Yeah. And so
this is a band that is all about having fun, for sure.
Yes.
That's what they celebrate, and that's what people know them and love them for. That, or they just love Shrek to an unhealthy degree, and anything Shrek associated, like All-Star.
Andrew, calm down. Calm down. It's going to be okay.
Wait, let me see both hands.
People are going to say some bad things about Shrek, and you're just going to have to kind of deal with it, okay? It's fine.
Eddie Murphy is a god. He's a god.
We all have our favorite movies. Mike Myers, is he in it?
Yeah, he's Shrek.
He's fucking Shrek.
He is the titular character, my friend. I've never seen this movie, and I know that. Jesus.
In his other movies, he doesn't talk. He just goes around on Halloween stabbing people. Like,
That's true. That's true. He'll only talk on animated
I
features, so you can't see his lips move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, Walking on the Sun, that track we're not doing. That had like a cool kind of throwback 60s vibe or what have you. That
Definitely.
It sounded like Jim Morrison was about to come out, and then you're like, oh, it's this chubby guy.
Oh shit, where's that mashup? I want to hear that instrumental with some Jim Morrison. Yeah. Mother, I wanna.
Mother is a Danzig song, right?
Well, no, that's that.
Ryan has a brain disease where he confuses Jim Morrison for Danzig.
That's a classic line where he's talking the Oedipus line where he's never mind.
Mother,
What
Tell your children not to fuck your mom.
No, that's Mama. Ooh,
no.
that's the Doors.
Wow, a lot of people sing about their moms.
You can't see it right now, listeners, but I have my finger and my thumb in the shape of an L on my forehead. And I'm looking at both of you assholes.
Okay, let's get serious.
Let's get
Come
serious
on,
here.
guys.
So, okay, we talked about
this is a serious song.
yeah. This is a band that formed in 1994. Steve Harwell is their lead vocalist and sort of the ringleader.
Hard-bodied frontman
With the craziest looking fucking beard that you've seen in a while.
That's why, and that's why I was going to wear my glasses tonight, because like he's the kind of guy that just like always, like, as a chubby guy, when I put on sunglasses, it kind of like takes away a little bit of the like, oh, he's not a fat guy. He's actually just a guy who's wearing sunglasses.
Hey, look up here. Only, unfortunately, you look a little bit more like Riff Raff at the moment than you do Steve Harwell.
Oh, my favorite artist, the coolest guy that ever lived. Thank you for that compliment.
Word up to Riff Raff for following us on Twitter. He might win the t-shirt contest before any of you listeners. So you're really fucking up.
I'm going to win his t-shirt contest because I'm right now at planetriffraff.com buying everything that is on that site that can be bought.
Ooh, big spender.
This guy, I mean, the word musical genius gets tossed around a lot these days. And I just want to say that Riff Raff, if you heard our last episode, sir, that was a roast. And who do people roast? Only the best, you know, like that was in honor of you. And we take it all back, and please don't hurt us.
I'm cutting that out. Fuck that, dude. He doesn't get any of it. He gets none of that fucking backpedaling from us.
Ooh, I got a little gift icon that just showed up. It says, "Nobody knows more than a Dan Tony VIP member when it comes to music. Access, limited discounts, and new merch.
Oh,
The future is bright."
weird.
Ryan, what's your email?
No. No, not even. Anyways, getting back to this band. So before Smash Mouth started, Steve Harwell had a hip hop group in the 90s called FOS, or Freedom of Speech.
Whoa, that's so cool. I bet a lot of their rap songs were like, "My name is Steve and I'm here to say."
I like free speech in a constitutional way.
Right. No, I feel like, yeah, free speech is one of those words, kind of like family values, that's just sort of been perverted by extremists at this point. Like, if you're talking about free speech, you're talking about how, these days, like the vaccine is microchipped and they're tracking you, and I don't know. It seems like kind of like a dog whistle for some bullshit, which is too bad, because freedom of speech is fucking awesome. That's how we're not getting murdered for the shit we say on this podcast. Yeah. Please don't kill us, Jody.
Please don't kill us, Horst.
Appreciate it. But this band, Freedom of Speech, Steve Harwell's hip hop group, he kind of sounds like a positive, but like he's rapping in the cadence sort of like Ice Cube. He's sort of biting on that style. But it's just not quite as ass kicking in lyrics.
Really?
I only have one YouTube comment and it comes from underneath his song Big Black Boots from FOS. Everything under All Star, of course, is 100% positive, and I love this, and this changed my life.
This song kept me alive when all my organs shut down and my lungs started to fight each other, and then my feet fell off.
The classic.
The only thing that kept me alive was a Smash Mouth.
Dude, even under this FOS YouTube video, the second comment has a call out to Shrek and the Shrek soundtrack. So you really can't escape it. But the first comment comes from Hounds 6426 and says, "I remember when I was 11, our class was shown by our local sheriff's department a montage of prison violence and killings that was set to this song in hopes that we'd stay out. It was the first time I'd ever seen a person die on camera.
Fucking God!
And this song brings back that memory."
Oh my God.
Somebody wants to. That's fantastic.
Which it's kind of funny, because that's sort of how this song All Star had a second life as a meme. From like 2017 to 2021 or something, this is a very popular rock song again, and I think it's because it was memeified to a bunch of sort of gaffes, goofs, and accidents. It would have that song playing underneath it, as far as I could find.
Yeah.
So, dude, Steve
a lot of
Harwell,
people falling down,
violence and
accidents.
in the nuts. Yeah, they're just following him around, dude.
Somebody once told me a football was gonna hit me in the balls. Oh God!
Yeah, an All-Star.
Amazing.
So and it's effective in that because everybody knows this song. Like, you hear that and 9 out of 10 people are going to know exactly what the next word is, the next note, everything. Like, this song is universally known.
Yeah.
I mean, this is arguably the most popular song that we've talked about so far on this podcast. Like, in terms of broad cultural, societal reach, like, I mean, the only people that, maybe millennials are not going to know this song, maybe because they haven't seen like Shrek, because it's from the 90s or whatever. But like,
they have.
They probably have. So, I mean, seriously, there's not another song with as broad of a reach as this song has had.
And and of course it was going to be something that is just complete headache inducing, toe curlingly lame garbage.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's how this works. So this song, All Star, came out in 1999. And let's take a little trip back. First, it came out in 1999. And it was featured in Mystery Men, that movie, which was a complete flop, like a off-brand superhero comedy with Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, yep,
was
exactly.
the lead in that.
Janine Garofalo.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, 99. Remember when Janine Garofalo was a thing? My goodness.
She was great.
She was fantastic. She still is great.
Yeah, she taught me so much about sarcasm.
Yeah, she had
Absolutely.
that down pat for sure.
Yes.
Let's see. And it was also, for most people, they will know it as the intro song to the film Shrek.
Yep.
The song that Shrek listens to as he bathes himself in what is unmistakably diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yes. You can make the smallest argument that was mud from a bog. It like came out as like turds down his green ass.
Yeah. It was his own latrine. He had his own plumbing system that just went from like literally ass to mouth, just straight up. Yeah.
Oh my God, that reminds me of. Do you guys remember You Can't Do That on Television on Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
totally.
totally.
There was what like the dysfunctional family sketches where the dad was like, "Oh yeah, no, I tied the shower to the toilet, so every time you turn on the shower head, and it's like supposed to be piss."
Yeah.
Wow. 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 Those are good jokes.
Those are potty humor, man. It just always hits with the kids. So that's cool. It's
God,
better than
I
Twinkle
hope so.
Twinkle. It's like I'd rather it's Tinkle Tinkle.
So the movie Shrek was originally based on these like books from, I think, a Norwegian author. I don't want to use my keyboard right now because I just spilled heroin all over it. But it was like it's Norwegian or a Swedish author who wrote these supposedly children's books, but the books are, Shrek is so much more wild. Like in these books, Shrek, it's like Shrek flips off. Shrek finds a gun and shoots God, and then there's no more God in the world. I actually one of the panels that I was looking at earlier was like Shrek wanted to marry the Goblin Queen because he found her to be the most hateful and ugly woman in the world, but none of the pastors would oversee the wedding because everyone knows that God hates Shrek.
Jesus, dude, it's like a preacher before there was even a thought in Garth Ennis's head.
Well, in Preacher, God he's just lost. I think God, he's maybe like taking a long doo-doo or something like that.
Yeah, really, really doom scrolling on the toilet for a millennia or two.
I think a side-by-side read of Preacher and the original Shrek novels, children's books, would definitely, you'd be like, okay, I think Shrek actually is the one who has the Shrek seems to be the one that has the most disdain for humanity.
Damn.
Yeah,
those
I've been
books
like
go hard.
Yeah, I mean, it just reminds me of like all of those classic, Hans Christian Andersen and like all the old, like who are the brothers? Why can't I think of the other, like the Grimm brothers?
That's what they're known as, the Grimm brothers.
Grimm Bros.
The Brothers Grimm. I don't remember. But anyways, like all of those fairy tales started off as something so much darker, as these like fables that are supposed to teach kids lessons or whatever. Like my son has one of those books that's like the old school ones, and he wants to read it sometime, and like reading the actual Little Red Riding Hood where they like cut the wolf's stomach open and like take the grandma out. Like that's just fucking weird. Like yeah.
I actually had these family friends from Norway who gave me like a book of Norwegian fairy tales, and they were illustrated, and the illustrations were terrifying. We still have it, and it's pretty much every story is just like, and then little Billsby wouldn't eat his porridge, and so his mother sold him to a witch who cut his head off and put it in a bag. And then inside, a spoon poked him in the eye, but that spoon was made of silver magic, as we all know. And so his head came back alive, but his neck grew into a tree, and then he lived on a mountain for 1,000 years in loneliness and suffering. And that's what'll happen to you if you don't eat your porridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, psychedelic horror. It's a great thing to introduce your children to at an early age. Let them figure their shit out.
I just want to make, I want to make sure every time that I make porridge at home that my kid eats it in utter terror.
Knock, knock. Oh, is that a witch outside?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. This is great. This is great porridge. Thank you, Papa.
So, getting back to 1999, instead of these grim ass story tales, kids had things like Pokemon became a thing. Oh, Who could forget the introduction of Jar Jar Binks in 1999 as well?
Oh God.
A guy gets a lot of undeserved hate, in my opinion. I'm a stan.
Undeserved?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was the sign of the times that the Four Horsemen were coming, in my opinion. That guy was terrible. What else did they get? They got Harry Potter, so a little bit of spookiness, but mostly magic and interpersonal relationships for young children. It was a more innocent time in a lot of ways. Rap metal was a thing. I guess it wasn't so innocent.
Yeah, I mean, it was the kind of world where you could show up at the airport 20 minutes before your flight and get on the plane just in the nick of time.
It was also the year, Andrew, your favorite films, She's All That and 10 Things I Hate About You, both came out.
Oh, that's great.
That's
pretty
great.
fucking wild.
I love it.
Yeah, Andrew, if you took off your glasses and you let your ponytail down, I think you'd look really hot. Whoa, he did it. Oh my God. Andrew, take this crown. You're now the prom queen.
And let's see. So as far as the Billboard Hot 100 goes that year, Smash Mouth All-Star came in at number 17, just narrowly beat out by R. Kelly and Celine Dion's I'm Your Angel, which I personally don't remember.
That's not one that it's coming to mind. I remember Trapped in the Closet, and I remember her Titanic song.
Who can forget Trapped in the Closet?
Well, and R. Kelly had a couple earlier hits too. I remember loving this song back then called Down Low. It actually had this great music video. But now, like, when I think about the lyrics, I'm like,
nobody has to know
exactly. Yeah,
until
no,
it comes out in court.
Yeah, this is about you statutorily raping Aaliyah. This is exactly what this is about.
No, that was Age Ain't Nothing But a. Oh wait, no, that was her song. Age Ain't Nothing But a Number was like her R. Kelly influenced song.
All of their song
written
titles,
by R. Kelly.
Yeah, probably.
Well, here's some songs you will recognize. Some pretty huge bangers that year. I Want It That Way, Backstreet Boys, huge.
It's a good one.
We had Every Morning by Sugar Ray. That's
was a bad one.
That was everywhere and probably going to be on our show at some point.
I've almost clicked that one many a time.
Yes.
And then here we go. We're climbing up the charts now. We're at number 5, Baby One More Time by Britney Spears.
Oh, great song.
Wow. The first track, that was 99.
1999.
Wow. I would have thought that was like 96, 97.
I know. No. It was a little later than you want to believe. A lot of these songs are, honestly. No Scrubs by TLC came in at number 2. Only be beaten out by Believe by Cher.
Oh, God.
Do you believe in love after Scrubs?
Oh, I hated that song.
That was a rough one. I didn't know it was actually that damn popular, though. I guess
guys, you're crazy. That song's awesome.
It was the beginning of auto-tune.
Why can't I see anyone on the Zoom anymore?
I'm gonna insert like a 30-second silence after you said that.
That's what this podcast needs, is more dead air.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, well, I think we basically covered most of that era.
We put you in a time. We put you in a place. We take you back like a podcast time machine. And I'll tell you guys what I was doing in 1999. This song was the Shrek song. And in those days, a young man, this was back in the days where people actually wanted to work, Ryan, where we would go to jobs and do jobs. And so the job that I had elected to do, because my girlfriend wanted me to do it, was I was a concessionist at a movie theater. And they had these little TVs just kind of strung up everywhere in the concessions lobby that would kind of play the trailers for the movies. And this one was just coming on all the fucking time. So I was just like constantly just like donkey, donkey, donkey. Like I had memorized it at this point.
Some donkey once told me.
And I was serving a lot of popcorn, not burning it, because if you burn popcorn, you would be fired on the spot. And the trailers would somehow like not work that well with like what was coming out. So like it would occasionally like rotate into something that was a little bit older. And I think it was Castaway that was playing.
Oh,
I think
shit.
it was 2000, and Castaway was playing, and I was working like a back concession stand very near one of the movie theaters, and I was working there, and we just been listening to this song again. And my girlfriend came up to me at the time, and she was just like, Claire is really down for a threesome. And I was just like, whoa, that's I am just turned 18. I'm like, that sounds pretty cool. What talk more about that. And she was like, yeah, like she really wants to like have me and you, like we'll go to like my apartment like after work and we'll like get down. And then like Shrek came on again and I was just like, yeah, flipping popcorn, making hot dogs. Someone's just like, wow, you're so good at your job. And you're just like, I'm happy to be there. And then all of a sudden, like the emergency doors opened up and like ambulance, emergency medical technicians came in and they pulled out a totally out of the movie Castaway, which is playing next door, a totally rigor mortis dead human corpse out of there with no blanket on it or anything, just right by my concession stand. So I just got to see like this dead human being being brought out in front of me and Claire and my girlfriend at the time, who was like, saying all kinds of weird things. And then like, we had to empty the theater and we had to issue a bunch of refunds, and people were like, well, I was only 3/4 done with my popcorn and someone died next to me. We're like, all right, well, you can have your $4.25 back. And then
cheapest popcorn ever.
Well, this was 1999.
Yeah, it's true.
And then I kind of looked at the girls and they were just like, nope.
Oh, that's sad, especially because I know you were still ready to go. Little 18-year-old Brian Boner. I know it was still rock hard.
Yeah, be like, oh, I'm stiffer than that guy over there and he's on a dolly.
So out of respect, we canceled the threesome and it has been canceled ever since.
All right, top 3 movies you'd want to die in the theater of.
Well, Castaway.
Castaway, number 1.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Not Shrek. I think Castaway, let's see. Movies that I actually saw in the theaters. I think Speed. That would have been a good one.
Oh, that would have been a good one. Yeah, Heart's Racing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jurassic Park.
Oh, Def. Yeah, Def. And Freddy versus Jason.
Okay. Nice.
So speaking of cool movies, let's watch this music video here and see what all the hype's about.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop 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 coming.
Sorry.
So yeah,
So
we just took a fucking trip, man. That was the most 90s video I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah,
that was a delight for all the senses.
Like this is such a great throwback to that time, because like this is very much a thing when there were like music videos that were an advertisement for the movie that the soundtrack that it was on. So like that happened all the fucking time. And like this movie, I totally forgot that about this. I remembered what the music video was like, but I totally forgot the whole Mystery Men component in the beginning and like all that. Like absolutely. And
first thing you see too, right off the bat, is fucking Dane Cook's mug right in your face.
Way to start it off, dude. Hell yeah.
And you know what? He does us all a favor by sticking a waffle iron on said face, which kind of did it for me.
Could we? I think that waffle iron could have been a little hotter.
Ooh, steam! Who invented steam? Remember that?
I do love that thing. Yes. Yeah, the man who created steam. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, who invented laws that said you couldn't marry a 17-year-old girl? Like, am I right, everybody?
But I mean, this music video definitely does not disappoint in terms of like the peak of 90s commercialization and just the record industry. And I mean, this is, a few years before streaming and downloading became a thing. And so like they were just selling millions of records and just throwing so much money. Like so many of the other music videos that we saw from like the late 2010s, you could see how the budget for music videos went down dramatically. Like for My Humps just yesterday, like that was a cheap ass music video to make. Like
they're like you have one gray room to record your music video in.
Yeah. Or like, I mean,
this guy's lifting up a bus.
Yeah. And there's like
fucking awesome.
And there's like Ben Stiller and William H. Macy in it. Like, seriously. That's some serious star power.
Some big budget shit. And those effects, as cheesy as they were, like the bubble dissolve transition and the fake flames that you see in the saving the dog from the fire. Those were probably actually expensive at the time to have rendered out, which just makes me fucking giggle.
God,
so cheesy.
So the music video, it starts with what, like the car chase, right?
It starts with the mystery men are trying out superheroes.
Oh yeah, right. So
and none of the guys make the cut except for Harwell, our lead singer, and now new hero of the mystery men. So that's sort of the theme. You're gonna watch the lead singer go around being the superhero in this video.
And Harwell kind of is like a matter eater, right? Like he's like I can eat anything.
He's kind of like Guy Fieri.
Yeah, I was absolutely going to make the Guy Fieri because he looks like Guy Fieri's like long lost twin brother.
He does,
or his like evil version, because like Guy Fieri's like blonde and like really spiky hair, and this guy's like black hair, and like it could totally be like the like devil and the angel on your shoulders is like
he's the Wario Fieri. Exactly. Which is funny because I watched a video of Steve Harwell and Guy Fieri doing like an egg cooking eating competition for some charity event.
I bet Harwell can eat an egg.
Oh, man can eat an egg. I'm pretty sure he ate like 50. I can eat 50 eggs. I'm pretty sure that's what he did in that video. I did not finish it. I couldn't.
Eating an egg here, boss.
Eating an egg.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, wasn't this song also on the soundtrack for Cool Hand Luke? I'm pretty sure it was.
Cool Hand Luke, 1999.
Yeah. What a hit.
As far as guys that are just like fat guys that like did it right, let's put him up on Mount Fat Olympus with George Kennedy and all the other great fats in history.
Patrice O'Neill, he's my number one fat.
Hell yeah.
You never saw him as a fat guy. You're just like, that's Patrice O'Neill. He's crushing it.
Yeah. Jason Alexander.
But didn't he kind of like play to the fact he was a fat guy a lot? Like
a little bit.
I don't know.
He plays more the bald part about it, I would say.
Good point.
George did not have the fold over on his pants. Like George would always tuck in his shirts.
Neither did the Smash Mouth guy. He's not that fat. It's not like he's not like the Blues Traveler guy. He's not like John Papa, or no, what's his name?
Popper.
John Popper. He's not that big. Like he didn't need bariatric surgery.
Big Papa was, however, quite big.
I know. I want to put all these great big dudes. I want to just give them some love, man. These guys are awesome. This was the time when you could just be like, hey, you know what? I'm a big fat lead singer. I don't have a six pack. I have a facial hair that basically turns my lower half of my face into a big butt cheeks.
Now, what you're referring to is this pencil thin landing strip that goes from the bottom of his chin up to his bottom lip, which is just a look I have never seen replicated afterwards or actually anybody wear before. It was unique to him.
Yeah, it's like that, and then the faintest little chin strap. So yes, it does. It just gives this shadow that it just looks like shit's about to fall out from the underside of his chin at any given time.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, a big turd did fall out right from about that spot.
Right on the Shrek's back.
And that was the song that's called All-Star.
Yeah, there we go.
So these guys, the video gives me some serious Pete and Pete vibes. Maybe it's the fact that they're jamming in their garage, and that's the intro, has that band playing in the garage. Yeah. But they're wearing what looks basically like a carbon copy clone of Lit's clothing.
Yes.
Very much so. Absolutely. And I also thought about the same vibe of like a child that just ordered mozzarella sticks. It's really excited when they come. Hey now.
Oh no, I got marinara on my Hawaiian shirt. Yeah.
Cam's gonna kill me.
Let's see. What were the feats that our lead singer performs here? He saves a dog from a burning house fire.
Oh, and in the window, that's his face CGI'd like late 90s CGI, onto someone else's body, because that does not look like him. When he pops up with that little poodle, I was just like, no, bro.
This was pre-green screen days. It looks like somebody like hand cut his fucking face out of like a picture and put it on top.
It was like South Park.
It was like He's just like, make my body look like Randy Savage, but only in that one part of the movie.
Yeah, that'll fit.
Or a music video. It was a movie to me.
Yeah, it was so cinematic. He rescues a Miss America who is trapped under a school bus. That's
Who, by the
heroic
way, is getting like, I don't remember this from before, but I'm just gonna say that the two cheerleaders, if I saw two cheerleaders just cheering and one had smash on their face shirt and the other one had mouth on their shirt, like, oh my god, I want that Halloween costume so bad.
That's when the principal needs to step in and be like, all right, so we got to talk about these uniforms.
Yeah.
So one has smash on her chest and one has mouth. And why are they going to bus accidents and cheering on bus accidents?
Why aren't
under
they
a
helping?
sprinkler.
Why aren't they helping? Like, seriously.
Well, why you don't need to help when you got, a chubby guy in a knee-length black button-up that would just come up and lift the whole fucking bus up by himself.
Hey, he's wearing cargo pants. He can help.
That's why.
Absolutely, because you never know what you got in those cargo pockets. Like
Courage, ounces and
That's
ounces
right.
of courage,
And an old unused condom.
and Funyuns.
Yeah.
Onions, definitely Funyuns, yeah.
I'll say it here on You Hate to Hear It podcast. I think Mouth is still a great nickname, a la Goonies era.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're one of these teens on a sports team that is feeling a little bit under pressure to change the name of your team because it might not really fit with the vibe that we have going in 2023, if it's something to do with Native Americans, please change it. If it's something that is problematic or that is non-inclusive, please change it. But Mouth is great.
Yeah,
Mouth is fine. You can be like the North Tennessee Mouths. That's a great team name. And I will buy some gear from you. I'm spending most of my money on Riff Raff gear right now, but like the next paycheck that comes in, I'll get down.
I can see the coach for the away team coming in. He's like, all right, I want you guys to get out there on the line and stuff those mouths.
Watch out for the girl with smash on her.
Yeah, Smashly's a real whore. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, shit.
She's a real whore. Nice. I think it's fine to enjoy sex.
Can you just
shit.
Instead of editing that out, can you just bleep out the words so we can still have the reaction?
God damn it. Sorry, guys.
I'm a whore. But smash didn't mean the same thing. People say smash now. If you were in 1999, you're like, God, I want to smash that girl. People would have been like, don't hurt her, dude.
Yeah,
She's a super hot babe.
It's true.
That's a good point.
It's true.
Anything else you guys noticed from the video that stuck out? I saw that in the garage, their music posters. One was of Elvis, and the other was Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay. And the band is the perfect combination of both of those groups.
Bro, seriously.
I guess, yeah.
It's like War Pigs and Hound Dog had a baby.
Ain't nothing but a war pig. Oinking all the time.
I'm gonna bite the head off of this snake.
I am Heartbreak Hotel.
Hell yeah. God.
We need to start another cover band, guys. We have so many smash ups we've been introducing. Smash ups. Oh my God, it's creeping into my brain, guys. I can't get away from Smash.
I will say that like Black Presley is a pretty cool band name.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Elvis Presley ain't got no soul, according to Mos Def, and I kind of agree.
Yeah.
But this band didn't. One thing you got to say, they're not problematic. They're like, they really are a living ad for TGI Fridays and Applebee's. Like,
absolutely.
Like no one, you know what? It's a great day when no one gets their feelings hurt. I kind of like that.
Fair enough.
And nothing like you know how Will I Am, I think we talked a little bit about it in the last one, like just kind of maybe bringing in some other stuff into pop music that just really doesn't need to be there, as far as just like the, you know what, never mind.
Yeah. But no, I think this is a good segue actually to talk about the music and the composition of this track, because it is very much Good Times meets commercialization. So, okay, just to skip ahead real quick to the breakdown when it's like bloop, 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 bloop,
Go for the gold.
What instrument is that? Is that a keyboard? Is that somebody just whistling with crazy effects on it?
I think that is a whistle keyboard.
I think it's an overdub. I think it's someone whistling and like a synth or something being played underneath it, and they're like matched up. I think it's something like that because it's
very iconic. I hate it, but it's very iconic. I feel like I'm transported to Macy's shopping center every time I hear that little line, and I'm like, you know, just waiting for my mom to be done looking at fucking dresses or something.
Yeah, when my mom would like take me and she'd be like, "Oh, this part's actually not for you. We need to go to the Husky Boys section."
Aw.
Let's go to the All-Star section.
Hey, now you're an all-star.
Well, that's better than my mom taking me to the Let's Get It Started section.
Why should they wear different clothes?
I have said many things I regret in the last hour.
Seriously.
Ryan, you're acting like a Let's Get It Started.
So in the lyrics, I feel like one of the things that always threw me off, or like that immediately made me not like this song from the very beginning, is just like the loser on the forehead thing. Because I hated that trend when it was happening. Like, I just thought it was so dumb. Like, of all the kids being like, loser, like putting the L in. And so, like, as soon as they like try and mention that in the lyrics of the song, I was just like, okay, you've lost me. This is like, this is dumb.
Yeah, you lost me by the fourth line, basically. I hate the spin he puts on the word forehead.
Forehead. I knew you were gonna hate that. I knew that was gonna stick in your craw.
Yeah, real bad.
You really hate it when someone just like says a word in a weird way.
A lot of the time, I do.
On your forehead. It just wouldn't sound the same, Ryan.
It's not even the cadence so much this time. It's just like the polish, how he like over enunciates the R in forehead.
And
it's like rappers who are like, I'm at the pier drinking 40s. Like it just,
40s.
It's like, just lay off the R, my dude.
I'm at the pier drinking 40s with my hobbies. Eh? What do you think about that? He does a little bit of that. Like I'm scrolling through the fucking. Like a lot of lyrics. But like at one point, there's a point in the song where he's in the music video. He's driving in the drop top, and then he's like. He starts singing and he suddenly like goes into a British accent, which is just really weird.
What part is that?
Okay, give me a second. Pretty thin, glitters, gold.
Was it the water's getting warm?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the water's getting warm when it's kind of out here. And you've got to go right here. It's like, why? What are you doing? That's not how you talk.
You get out of here with that. And what does it mean? Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb.
And also when the water's getting warm because I just peed in the pool. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. I think the philosophers will be talking about that for years to come.
Truly. That's a real Plato's cave moment.
What does it actually mean? What does it mean, Andrew?
What? Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb?
You're kind of a head guy.
Maybe
you have a head.
Yeah, I do have a head, and I have a brain, and
you give head and give brain.
Yep.
And it's overheating right now. You're working overtime upstairs in the attic. I can see it.
I love it. I just put him on the spot. But Andrew, don't worry. All the glitters isn't gold. But
yeah. I do appreciate that. There's like they mention global warming in this song.
Yeah, no, he points that out in interviews that, oh yeah, and the second verse is all about global warming.
Yeah.
So, it's sort of political that way.
The first part is mostly an ad for a movie,
Yeah.
but then I start to talk a little bit about global warming.
Mm-hmm. And this
And
is like the old global warming where we thought, we were entering a new ice age, which is kind of fun.
No, we still are, because the vaccines are going to cool our...
Dude, hey, cool off of that freedom of speech talk, bro.
And 9/11...
Loose change, bro. Loose change.
Bush knocked down the towers.
And all the change starting to get loose. Better
Dude.
watch out for George W. Bush.
All that glitters is gold is not the saying. It really just gets my jimmies rustled.
It's the exact opposite, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
I've got to quit the podcast. I need to update my financial planner because I've been investing in everything that glitters.
Yeah, just invested all in glitter.
Honey, I bought a bunch of glitter. We're gonna be rich.
And that's the other line that just bugs the shit out of me is only shooting stars break the mold. Just like, really, what does that mean also?
Well, in the paradigm of if all that glitters is gold, shooting stars, but you know what? Shooting stars can have gold in them. They got that crazy fucking meteor out there that's supposed to be worth like $20 billion of gold and platinum and shit. It just all falls apart.
When a star dies, you know what the last element that it makes is?
People.
Iron.
Oh.
People, yeah. It makes
Glitter.
you and me.
Glitter.
It makes iron. So when you're cooking on your cast iron skillet, that was the death of a star, because that element is so heavy that it just absolutely will implode a star once it starts to make that shit.
Shout out to Beetlejuice. Look for it in the skies, y'all. It's supposed to be as bright as a full moon when it goes supernova.
Mm-hmm. And we said it one time. We've only said it one time.
Yeah, so we're still safe. Beetlejuice. Oh, fuck.
Stop talking about... Oopsie.
Michael Keaton.
There we go. Ooh, you broke
Someone
the spell.
Someone once asked if I could spare some change for gas. I need to get myself away from this place. Wow, that's hateful. Come on, dude.
No, we all need to change the scenery. That line doesn't bug me too much.
It's just like, hey, maybe throw some change down though. I don't know,
or at least some ash or grass. Come on.
That's right. No one rides for free, Ryan.
all they're asking for, you guys, is loose change.
That's right.
That's all they're asking.
Aren't we all, Andrew?
But yeah, seriously, we just want answers.
So what's wrong with taking the back streets? Is that a sexual innuendo? Is that a sexual Nintendo?
That's a good band name.
Sexual. I think that you'd probably get sued. Yeah,
maybe, but it'd be worth it.
Like,
man. Songs such as "Blow on the Cartridge."
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
AB, up, down, left, right, fuck me.
Yeah.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. The list goes on and on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, we really just blew through those lyrics there. That's about it.
I mean, I will, for whatever it's worth, this is written by like the guitarist in the band, so at least props to them. Gregory Camp is like founding guitarist, like he was in the band for a long time. Like founding member, and there's not 7 different people listed at the bottom of this song, none of which are actually in the band itself.
You're hearing one man's vision.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I kind of appreciate that.
Arguably their most famous song, and it's the guitarist. He's got to feel good about that.
Yeah,
I certainly.
And I mean, he also wrote "Walking on the Sun."
Oh shit, he's their kingmaker right there. He's the hit maker of the group.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
too bad there's nothing to speak of for his guitar playing in this song.
Does it even have a guitar solo?
Right? No, it doesn't. It has like an Incubus like scratching as the solo breakdown, which over the whistling, which is I like to compare that to the episode we just did on
GNR.
Comma.
Oh, okay.
It felt just like their guitar solo is about as flat and not pumped up as a solo could be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's more of like an instrumental break than a solo.
Mhm.
It's like supposed to be kind of like a respite from the full on high energy.
It's so when they play the song live, the lead singer can like go and
No,
Yeah.
he can go and mop the sweat off his brow and
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say do a line. So I mean, we
Oh.
can. Yeah, you can pick any one of those.
wait, I meant go backstage and make out with Guy Fieri for about
Yeah,
30 seconds.
go back and smash some mouth.
The bass, hold on. I
I
thought
like
the
the
bass,
bass.
the bass came in pretty cool. It sounded like that Rickenbacker style plucking in the beginning, and like that kind of got my hopes up, as a first time listener.
Yeah.
But no, I was let down by everything else quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean the drums are fine. I appreciate some of the something I really pay attention to in drumming in a song is if the drummer has the sense of like kind of musicality to build throughout the song. So like in the first, like the transition from the first verse to the first chorus is a really simple fill, and then it's a little more complex, and then it gets like a little bit better throughout the song. He actually does a good job of that. So I definitely appreciate that about this song, that he's like
the drums definitely feel like in control of the dynamics like throughout the entire song.
Yeah.
So I just picked up on this last night when I was listening to this song. During the chorus, the drum break that he's playing is the amen break that is pretty much ubiquitous throughout hip hop. Which the amen break came from the Winstons with their song "Amen Brother" in 1969. That was when it came out, and you hear it. That drum beat, which makes me think like, they are kind of doing this hip hop fusion thing that is sort of interspersed with the scratching and this drum break, which is interesting. Maybe calling back to the freedom of speech days a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And at least like given the fact that they wrote the song themselves, I'm not sure who produced it, but like it makes me think it is somewhat genuine and not just like record labels trying to like get more record sales by bringing in elements from other types of music. Like I do think that there is some like genuine,
Yeah,
well, this was a cluster hump between AR guys and movie executives to cross promote all this shit.
Yeah, I guess the question is like, did this song get released on a Smash Mouth album before it was added to a soundtrack?
Yes.
Or it did? Okay.
It was on
so-
Astro Lounge from 1999.
Okay.
Astro World.
Astro Glide.
Yeah. Okay,
That's a sexual lubricant.
Speaking of freedom of speech, never mind. No, I'm not going to go into an Astro World conspiracy rant.
What is Astro World?
It was that dude, that rapper, who
Travis
fucking
Scott.
sucks. Travis Scott.
Oh.
And there was a concert he threw, and like people were getting trampled, and he just like kind of played through it and didn't give a shit. And it was pretty
he was
ugly.
like, it's super cool that everyone's dying at my show.
Yeah,
What
love
a
that.
piece of fucking shit. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, Travis Scott can definitely come get it on this podcast at some point. That'll be fun.
I am a Smash Mouth stan and Travis Scott not stan. That guy fucking sucks. And now he's married to like a Kardashian. But you know who should be married to all the Kardashians is Greg Camp, the songwriter of this great song.
There we go.
I don't know if I'd wish that on my worst enemy, let alone somebody as cool as Mr. Camp.
Well, they've got cool lawyers, so you can get away with anything when you got them on your side. I think the song. I don't want to get into judgments. Like, well, should we do judgments?
As far as music, the only other thing I wanted to mention before we get into judgments is I think the arrangement is A+. Like Andrew mentioned, the buildup from the drums, not just the drums, but from all the other instrumentation is well done. Their mixing is phenomenally good. And the way it does build compositionally with adding new elements, including like a acoustic guitar towards the end, which builds into their final denouement. I think it was all well done. It was kind of by the books. There was nothing particularly mind-blowing or novel about it, but it was a good arrangement.
Yeah. Although you didn't like the solo. You didn't like that as much. Would you?
No, you got to go back into the time. 1999. You hear like a really shitty, scratchy solo on the turntables, and you're like, "Oh, that's fucking dope." If you're
just the fact that he goes rubber rap.
yeah, exactly.
Well, let's not forget that in the same year, I guess it was a different Sugar Ray song, but Sugar Ray's first breakout track, Fly, had that same like scratching going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is definitely like Limp Bizkit era and all that. So yeah, that stuff is definitely.
It reminds me, I think it was 99 too. We were hanging out, Brian and I, with our previous guest, Jed Tyler. And he pulled me aside one day. He's like, yo, check it out. I've been recording this in my tracks. And he just takes a quarter to his fucking couch pillow. And he's like, it sounds just like scratching. He's like, I was like, actually, that sounds like everything I've heard on the radio. That's pretty good.
Yeah, on the Wikipedia here, it does say that they made that sound with a quarter on a pillow.
But that wraps it up for the song. I think let's get into our final judgments, guys. So for Smash Mouth All Star, did this song glitter like gold? Did it fizzle out like a shooting star, or something in between?
I made mine up on the spot last time too.
Thanks. I did so good on the intro. I can't.
Sometimes I forget I have to do that, and then sometimes I forget that that we have to recommend a song too, which you called me out for before, which is really funny. Oh, Brian's going on his phone. What songs do I like? Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's pretty cool.
That's fine, dude. I literally don't have one yet for a recommendation, so you just called me out too. God damn it.
I totally do.
Good.
Ignore all the typing I'm about to do.
Okay, well, so for my judgment, I will give it probably something in the middle. I cringe every time this song comes on, but that's just only because I've heard it so many fucking times in my life, and it is actually one of those songs that is permanently like on rotation in my head and will come on and it will be in my head for like a day. Aww. And there's nothing I can do to get it out. Yeah, it's like
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I know the song front to back. I've heard it way too many times, but I also never really liked it. So like it's not like I liked it and then it was overplayed. Like from the minute the song came out, it just seemed too simple, too dumb, too pandering, too whatever, too poppy. And so for that, I don't hate it as much as a lot of the other songs that we've listened to, and a lot of the other songs that definitely do like the downfall of Western civilization type of music. But this song,
this one maybe helped usher it in, but it was happening whether or not.
Yeah, and so it's definitely, it's got some nostalgia and I'll give it that. But I would be very happy if I never heard it again for the rest of my life. So
fair enough. Brian?
My recommendation is a band that I saw.
No. Brian, was this a shooting star that fizzled out? Was it a glittering pile of gold or something in the middle?
Welcome to You Hate to Hear It. A podcast where we talk about a song by Riff Raff, and it's always really great.
Dude, I wish every artist that we talk shit about followed us on Twitter.
I think we could probably get Smash Mouth to. I'll work on it. Okay,
there you go.
Listen, I think this song fucking speaks for itself. Like this one was probably maybe like the guys made this one. They're like, oh, that's fine, probably fine. And then it just turned into something that was so huge and monumental. I kind of like that idea of just these guys just being like, can you believe that like we have a song that people are still talking about almost like 30 years later? Like, this is insane. Like, even for that, you have to give them a little bit of credit. Mm-hmm. The musicality is, I think, standard for 99 pop, and the lyrics are. I actually kind of got a little bit of a kick out of lyrics, actually thinking about them again. And somebody once told me that the world was going to absolutely jizz and shit their pants over this fucking song, and I was just like, yeah, you're right. It's an amazing song. I think it's the song. It definitely deserves a big green troll's butt wiping himself with diarrhea.
Yeah,
and so life just works out perfectly sometimes.
Yeah, people loved it.
Ryan,
I'm going to change my rubric because it's my goddamn mandate. So fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and give it the finger and the thumb. Give it a big L
on his forehead.
On his fucking forehead. really sticks in my craw still. I can't get with this song. It just makes me shudder.
Yeah.
I mean, why would anyone listen to this?
Yeah.
It only can exist as a meme, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
exactly, and that's fun to play with, but it's not something you want to play and listen to. So
You would never want no.
Yep.
Wedding DJs, nix this one off your playlist.
unless it's an all Shrek wedding, which I know some freaks out there are all about doing.
Nice.
Oh
These are
yeah.
Shrekies.
And
That's when you just pour down the shit from, like confetti from the ceiling down their backs while you play this song on their first dance.
please invite us to one of those if you plan on having a all Shrek wedding. We want to be there.
I really have a thing for pregnant Shreks. So yeah, especially if it's a shotgun wedding. Please and thank you.
Yeah. And well, Shrek would be pregnant with Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just beautiful.
Can we call it the proud Batman looking on?
Can we call them Shregos?
You're so Shrego right now.
Yeah. Oh, the Shregos. All
yeah.
right,
if you get that started, let us know.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Recommendations. Do I go first?
I'll go first.
All right. Do it.
I'll go first. No, you go, Andrew.
All right.
No, actually, you know what? I think I'll go first. So mine is Party at Ground Zero by Fishbone from 1993. I saw Fishbone at the Eugene Celebration that we used to have in the town that I came from. Like, there used to be a big ass fucking parade with like tons of different stages and food carts, and it was the coolest fucking thing ever. And Fishbone showed up and played, and the lead singer of Fishbone had his pants down about 6 inches past his penis.
Woo.
And his ding dong was swinging around, and he like fucking absolutely regulated. And then their main melody comes from a bari sax, which just absolutely fucking killed it.
Yeah.
So it was ska punk with like a hard bari sax voice, and then this guy that was just screaming in the microphone, who had his pants down pretty much around his ankles. And I was just like, this is rock and roll. This is fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Cult of Personality, man. I'll never forget that track. It hits so hard still to this day.
Yeah, great band.
Nice.
Andrew?
Yeah, my recommendation you know me, I always get two. So my first one definitely is just more the homage to the part of the video where he saves the burning baby from the burning house.
That was a dog, Andrew.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was a dog. So
He can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
He has a baby.
He's a real
dog.
pedophile.
His dog is a sweet little baby too, though. I love his dog.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm going with the music video that did that to the best nth degree possible, which is My Hero from Foo Fighters. Which, like, I know I recommended Foo Fighters songs and videos before, but like that's because they're fucking great at making amazing music videos. And that's the one where like the whole thing, it starts with the guy like running down the street to the burning building, and the whole thing is shot like one shot. But he's like keeps going up the stairs and like saving someone else, and Foo Fighters is in like every room on every floor, and it's just like it's such an awesome kind of a mind fuck of a music video. Plus that song is just like, I love that song. The drums on that song are legendary, like John Bonham style, just huge drums. Taylor Hawkins maybe one of his best drumming tracks. R.I.P. absolutely. So
yeah, miss that dude forever.
And that was back in the day when music videos, same time where they cost as much as an indie film today,
Yeah, where you had people, like I mentioned before, Michelle Gondry, directing Foo Fighters videos and stuff like that. And so anyways, so that's my first recommendation. My second recommendation, I'm going to go with the whole like all-star, but I'm gonna turn it a little bit, and I'm gonna recommend "Stars on the Roof of My Car" by Riff Raff.
What?
That's a great song. Actually, you know what? I think people don't really understand how great Riff Raff is, and I think Ryan especially doesn't get it. He can do so much. Like, he can do anything. He's so good.
You're throwing me under Riff Raff's fucking monster truck right now. You don't want to get the ire.
I think if Riff Raff, if you want to run someone over, I think me and Andrew, we're your fans. Ryan seems to have a real problem with you.
Yeah, you should steer that. You should steer that monster truck towards the Midwest. You know?
yeah, he's somewhere over there. You'll find him.
It's a lot closer.
Damn it, you guys. Fine. Whatever, dude. I'll bring it on, horse fucker. Let's go.
But I actually, just to set the record straight, I do not recommend that anyone listen to Riff Raff.
Andrew. He's a fan. Now he's a total you hate to hear it fan.
I like to hope he has a good sense of humor. But okay. Going
if you're
on
making that music, you have to.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of pull an Andrew here and do it thematically at first. Runner up is Prince with 1999 because goddamn, that's a banger, and that's how we're gonna party every year. Still, I'm still partying like it's 1999. And to go even further, our winner, I'm gonna play on the numbers game now. The winner for this week for me is The Time with their track 777-9311. If you've never heard that song, it will make you feel some types of way. Rhythmically, it's just all over the place. It's a weird marriage of live drums with a drum machine, and it's just funky as hell. So get into it. 777-9311 by The Time.
Hell yeah. Morris Day, baby.
All day, all night, all day.
All right. Well, that about does it for this week. But don't forget, if you ever want to get in touch with us, you can always find us at YHTHI Podcast on Twitter, or send us anything you want to, really, at yhthi.podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, this week's story theme is, did you ever find a dead body?
Damn. That, or what's your favorite Shrek sexual fantasy?
Yeah, and if you can combine those two, hell yeah, please
all
do.
the better. Now that's a Stephen King short story I'm dying to read.
Shreknophilia.
So I was walking down the coast of Maine, and a green unearthly creature washed up on the shore, and I just decided I had to have sex with it. And then it came to life.
I'm pretty sure that Shrek calls his penis the Green Mile, right?
Bow, 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 bow.
Good night, folks.